Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. In association with nerdaddiction.com.
Oh, hey, look, it's One-Eyed Willie.
Your argument is logical.
What the f***? You'sa look like My Little Pony. Yousa suck.
Aww.
Let's go for a ride.
My little pony, what is friendship?
What exactly just happened here? Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at a brand new series. It's the Transformers Cyberverse Shockwave. So I found this at my local Target. These have just come out. It's for the upcoming series that's supposed to be kind of a sequel to Robots in Disguise, I guess. It's the new Transformers show, and it's kind of geared towards kids. The robots are a bit more simplistic, kind of like the Robots in Disguise figures were, but they seem a little bit more and a little bit smaller. And the price is a little bit more. So yeah, that's kind of a bad taste already in my mouth. But let's take a look at it, see what we think. Let's go ahead and start with the packaging. So here we have Shockwave in the packaging, so totally new box work. Definitely interesting. I like the packaging. I like the gold. I think that looks cool. It says Transformers in black. We get a Decepticon logo up there. We get some nice artwork of Shockwave at the top. Digging that. The Cyberverse logo looks pretty cool. And it says Wave Cannon. So he has a play gimmick, which is either going to be fun or it's going to be really crappy. I guess we'll see. At first glance, I like the design of Shockwave. It looks very G1 to me. Lots of purples and grays in there, so sure, that works for me. My biggest issue with this figure, though, it was $14.99. So it's the price of a regular deluxe figure like we would get out of the Generations line, and it looks like it's about a quarter of the size smaller than a regular deluxe figure, which kind of annoys me. It also looks very, very simple, and that also annoys me. This kind of looks like it's a $10 or $12 figure. Not that $3 is much, but I don't know. There's something about it. And I do have to say, this guy, out of all the ones I looked at, looked the best. There's really nothing on the sides of the bubbles there. We get some artwork of the Decepticons there. It looks like we got Starscream, maybe Black Arachnia. And then Megatron, and they do look cartoony, kind of a G1 cartoony look, but I don't know how well it's going to translate into these figures. So just kind of a close-up here. There's Shockwave and the Decepticon logo. It says Transformers right there. There's the Cyberverse logo. There is Shockwave in the packaging, and yeah, there it is. And then here is the art on the side. But yeah, that definitely looks like Black Arachnia to me. There's Megatron, there's Starscream. Back of the packaging, we've got Shockwave, and he turns into kind of a walking tank, kind of like he did in the, was it War for Cybertron series. Shockwave, kind of like that. And then it's got his wave cannon gimmick on the back, and it doesn't even have a write-up really on there. It just says he is a twisted scientist. That is his function. Twisted scientist? Why not evil scientist? I don't know. I don't like that. It's too jokey or cartoony. I don't know. They could have done better. They could have used a better word, I think. Maniacal or something. Yeah, I don't know. And then other figures in the deluxe wave. They did have these other figures, but to be honest, they just didn't look that great. So yeah, there's the play gimmick right there. There's Shockwave, the twisted scientist. There he is in his robot mode, which looks pretty decent. It looks like he's very angry, though, the way it's designed. And there's his dog mode, his walking tank mode. Yeah, so there's that. And then here are the other figures in the wave. And, gosh, they look like Big Fat Legends, really. And I'm not, discarding the Legends figures. I like them. And I even like the Cyber Battalion figures, which are giant Legends figures. But there's something about these at the price point of $15 I'm not liking. But let's look at this one, see if he changes my mind. So let's go ahead and get Shockwave out of the package and see what we think. So here we have Shockwave out of the packaging, and this is not a terrible figure, but it's not a great figure. Now, first and foremost, the thing looks small, and it feels small. However, when you actually sit it next to some of the modern deluxe figures, it's really about the same size. I think it's just a stylized look that makes it look smaller. To be honest, the thing looks like a giant McDonald's Happy Meal toy. Which is not really bad per se. I like a good McDonald's Happy Meal toy, but I don't think they should cost $15. I just really don't feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of this figure, to be honest. There's a lot of gappage issues that really don't need to be there, which is a bit unfortunate. And for some reason, he's flopping around on his feet kind of funky today. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can get this guy to stand a little bit better. Upright with you. That's about all we're going to get out of him. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of little things that add up that make it annoying. Probably my biggest pet peeves, the head does not turn. I'll get to that in articulation. And the joints on the hips, when you go to actually transform him, they just want to fall out really easy. And a lot of the joints just feel really, really loose. The other problem I have with the figure is the paint apps. Not the paint apps themselves, because I actually like them. It just feels like there should be more paint apps on it. And I feel like his little blaster here should have been a translucent purple color, or it should have been the same gray color that the rest of the figure is. It being the same purple color that the armor is, it just kind of gets lost in translation. Also, there's some silver plating here. I think it should be on the inside of the legs as well. And I'll talk about that when I go into close-ups. The rest of the paint scheme looks really good. I do like that. So as far as articulation on this figure goes, yeah, this head does not move at all, and that is really irritating. His arms move up and down right there. There's a hinge joint right there. He's got a ball joint for the elbow, which is kind of bothersome. These arms like to pop out of these pieces, which is annoying. He has no rotation at the waist. His legs kick up that far. They kick out that far. They kick that far back. These legs also come off of this piece here very, very easily, which is annoying. He does have a twist at the upper leg. He has a knee joint right there. There is some movement on his feet, but that is really more for transformation. And his weapon, there we go. So he's got this weapon piece back here. You flip this back like that, and then you can flip this upright. Actually, it's supposed to go like this, I'm sorry. You flip it up, and it is supposed to kind of fire forward, and that's the wave gun. So that's his play gimmick. That just kind of flips upright, and it works, but it's a weird fleshy organ like stomach colored pink, and it's not the same metallic pink that we see everywhere else, which is very, very weird. I don't know. I don't particularly care for that, and he just looks angry. I'm a sucky cyclops, blah. I don't know. It's just a little bit strange. Yeah, there he is, I guess. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, the sculpt work is pretty nice. The mean, mad eyeball, single eye, looks like he's frowning or something, is kind of strange. I do like the paint apps. I like the metallic pink all over it. I like the flat black in his face. That looks good. The gray on his ears looks pretty nice. The problem I've got with the head, it doesn't move, and the back of it is completely hollow. There's some open spaces on his shoulders that just look kind of funny as well. The purple of the body looks really good. I like the Decepticon logo. The gray and purple and black on his chest just look really, really good. The painted parts look really nice. I just wish we had more of that neon purple in his shoulders. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, I like the gun. I just wish it was like a translucent purple or something. Love the pink paint abs throughout the purple. The gray looks good. We get a nice dark purple on his waist. There's too many hollow points, though, in the legs and the arms that just don't need to be there. That gut pink on his back weapon is really, really strange. I don't like that color at all. The detail's nice on the figure. I do like that. Lots of panel work. Again, I like the dark purple. Very nice. Very cool. I just wish that gun was either the gray color that like his legs are there, or it was a translucent purple. I think that would have been a lot cooler. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, I like the silver on the sides, but I feel like they should be on the inner pieces as well. It's got the same design, but they're not painted. I like the pink on his knees. I think that looks really good. I like the color of the feet. However, the feet look like they're backwards. I feel like the heels should be the front of the feet, and the front of the feet should be the heels. They look more like boots on the back than they do the front, which I just do not like. Huge gaping hollow points in the back, but that's really for the feet to fold up into, so I can give it that. The other hollow points, I just can't even give it to it. It's just, it's there to save space and money. It stands okay. I just think the feet look backwards. For comparison, here we have the Cyberverse Shockwave with Dinobot Snarl from Power of the Primes, and as you can see, he really is about the same size as the Dinobot. Although I was complaining the Dinobots feel small to me too. They just, I don't know, they feel a little bit tinier than what they were at one point, but he is deluxe size, so I really can't complain about the size, even though it looks small. It's got to be an optical illusion due to the design and look of the stylized characterization. I don't know. Now, as per usual in a lot of versions of Transformers these days, Shockwave turns into a Cybertronian tank. However, unlike an H-tank or a hover tank or something like that, he turns into a four-legged walking tank, which is very weird looking. I don't know about this. There's an unofficial version of this guy that you can turn him into, so I'll show both of them off. So let's go ahead and transform Shockwave into his walker mode. So here we have Shockwave in his walker tank mode, and this is just terrible. I am not a fan of this at all. It looks awful. It looks bad. I have nothing to say except it just looks bad. Now, you can still use the gimmick. If you pull this up like this, the gun retracts, and then you've got your little, I don't know, intestine blaster right there. This piece does not rotate, so yeah, and it's got a tiny little cannon right there, which is very, very strange, very, very weird. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll look better when it's moving on the show, but yeah, this, as it sits, is just bad. Now, after playing around with this thing, you can get this into a like a Cybertronian tank mode, actual tank mode, that looks more along the lines of what we've seen in Transformers Prime and the War for Cybertron series. So let me go ahead and get it into that mode so we can take a look at that. So here is the Cybertronian mode. I think this looks a lot better than the actual Walker mode. This looks more along the lines of what we see in Transformers Prime and in Transformers War for Cybertron. Yeah, you know, in a vehicle mode, I think that looks a lot cooler and looks more aligned to what we've seen with those shows. I don't know. What do you guys think? I personally think that's a better looking tank mode. At least it looks like it's something we've seen before. But new can be different, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. So is the Transformers Cyberverse Shockwave something you want in your Transformers collection? Well, this line seems okay. It doesn't seem great. This was probably the best looking figure that I saw on the shelf, so I picked him up first. I love a good Shockwave figure. Is this a good Shockwave figure? I don't know. I don't really think so. I feel it's overpriced by about $5. This should be like a $10 figure at best, maybe a $12 figure. I'd be okay with $12. I think it needs a little bit more paint app. The head needs to move. I think that gun barrel needs to either be translucent or a gray color, and the feet look backwards. If they would have fixed those things, I would have been happy. Also, the alt mode is terrible. I know that's what it's supposed to be in the show, but it's awful. The unofficial tank mode looks better. It looks more like the Shockwave we've seen in previous incarnations, like in Prime and War for Cybertron, and yeah, I like that better. It'll be in this mode up on my shelf, but, you know, is this something you want to pick up? I'm going to tell you what, unless you really like the new show and the look of the characters, this line could be an easy pass. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a few more figures just to give it a chance. I was not impressed with the other deluxe figures in hand, and I really was on the fence about the leader class figures. But I'll pick a few more up so I can take a look at them and make a fair assessment of them. So yeah, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Go over to my Facebook page and join the discussion there. So there he is, Shockwave from the brand new Transformers Cyberverse.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.